Another episode of Scenarios coming right back at you. Full week this week on all kind of different fronts for both of us.
Hey, holiday weeks are like hectic now, man.
And it's only 4 days, man.
It's crazy to think about what these holiday weeks are now. Like I'm almost at the point where I would almost rather not have a holiday break. I just want to have a week.
Let's have your 5 days.
Yeah.
Or give me a full week.
Yeah, like if we're gonna do it, let's commit to it.
Yeah,
like,
let me get my Christmas.
I'll be all messed up. Like Tuesday be feeling all weird, and it was Monday, and I was like, I don't know what day it is. I feel like I'm losing my mind, and I'm all out off base, and like looking stupid out here. But yeah, we here though, man. We here.
All right,
D, what's up, man? This has been a big week for you, dog. You got a chance to go off on Jermaine Jackson last week.
Yeah, and I got some more heat for him this week.
Yeah, you got.
I managed to wrap him into the Bobby Brown story.
Of course you had. So I mean, you got a chance to go after Jermaine. Let's talk about real life for a second, because last Friday at the crib, I hosted a diaper party for Focus.
Diaper and beer, yeah. For Focus.
Yo, and I gotta say, man, like I kind of mentioned this like in passing to like other people and stuff, and I'm like, what's that? Like it surprised me how many women were like, what's that about a diaper party?
Really?
Yeah, like they just were like, oh, what's going on? Like, oh, that's dope. I was like, really? Like y'all don't know about this? Like,
cats ain't been telling women if they can do it.
Right? Like, you know what though? Like, if you came to your woman and you tried to say, "Hey, I'm going to the diaper party with my homeboy," they gonna be like, "What? Wait a minute. Like, hold up. You just gonna lie to me like that?" And then you gonna burn up your homeboy good night. So, like, a diaper party basically is when you have, everybody comes and brings a package of diapers for
some beer.
Yeah, and it was a diaper and beer party, and I got like 4 pizzas, and we got it in and just sat around. Shout out to Focus for got a new shorty coming.
Little girl.
Van came through.
Yeah.
There's crew deep there. There's a few folks in here. About seven in here.
Yeah,
so like here's the cultural difference though, I think, between like how men and women do this. Mm-hmm. Like I mentioned this and my lady associate was like, well, are y'all gonna have some games? I was like spades.
That's Uno.
Maybe.
Drunk Uno.
Like drunk Uno, something like that. And he's like, well no, like it needs to be some. I was like, what do you mean? Like when Sleepy was wearing a diaper and at Teddy. Yo, shout out to
Teddy, man, who just a Kazan.
Jesus has had an offspring.
Yeah, man. This is just like a Jeff Brown book. If anybody knows from Angels and Demons and the Da Vinci Code.
Dan Brown.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Dan Brown. With the Da Vinci Code, there was in the Da Vinci Code, Jesus had a child.
Are you saying that Dan Brown needs to make a book about
Teddy?
Jesus?
Yeah, about Teddy.
Okay, I can see
It'll start out in 1981 in Jennings, Missouri. Oh no, 1979. I'm sorry, in Jennings, Missouri.
So yeah, it's going down. But the baby shower was a little bit later. But the diaper party, hey, have diaper parties, fellas. Do it. It's it's an excuse to get together with your boys.
And you got free diapers coming.
And you got something to bring home besides your drunk ass. Like that's the way to go about it if you can get it done. Anytime you can bring something worthwhile home with your drunk ass,
there you go. So we got some. Do we want to go into the Janet Jackson, Jackson family mailbag first, or our general mailbag? Because we have a Facebook message. People are rather upset with you.
Well, let's do the general one first, because the Jackson family people being upset at me just tends to happen. So it's okay.
We'll go into my man 24 Gresh. He's always constantly listening. His name is Colin Gresham out of Phoenix.
Okay.
All right, fellas, like y'all 2 cents on this Nike Kaepernick campaign. I believe these type situations are a testament to how prevalent shallow thought is in societies these days. I'm not even going to comment on the fools burning shoes and all the fake outrage about the campaign. That's too easy. I'm more baffled by the people that look like us. Obviously, clever move by Nike, literally playing both sides of the chessboard here. Gotta give them props from a PR perspective. Funny, because it's almost like campaigning for MAGA and BLM at the same time, laugh out loud. On the bright side, one could say that Cap's narrative about social justice, and more importantly, his initiatives in disadvantaged communities now, has a corporate reinforcement. I dig that. Love what he's standing for. However, I think it's utterly ridiculous to see all these people, black folks, champion Nike on the premise, ignoring their daily practices in sweatshops, slave labor wages, etc. You know all the shit that Americans turn a blind eye to. Motherfuckers all on my timeline with
This took a turn.
Yeah, you can tell he was like being convenient. Then he started getting upset more as he was writing in like, oh, I'm gonna get all this out on their podcast. Shout out to Colin, man.
Go for it, man.
Yeah.
That's what we're here for.
Yeah. On my timeline, like, bruh, it's time to load up on Nike stock and don't know anything about investing. Shaking my head. These are the same fools that were boycotting the NFL, but now directly caping for the official partner of the league? Question mark, question mark. They're doing the analysis on this to forecast the effect. They've done the analysis on this to forecast the effect like any reputable company would with a bold move like this. Nike has historically thrived off shock/controversial campaigns. Jordan's banned shoes, Barkley, Kobe, Tiger, Serena, etc. It's just silly to see people acting like they are earning Black Panther Party stripes by lacing up a new pair of Nikes. I ain't mad though. I'm just like, damn, fucked up to realize that we are that easy to manipulate. I hope Cap gives the league hell and love what he's doing with his foundation. Most of our heroes died broke, so get your paper, Cap. I just don't recall people being this enthusiastic about giving to his foundation that is putting in the work. Keep coming with the dope content, fellas. Peace. Colin Gresham. Shout out to Colin, man.
We should have read that when we was going into like the little part. I mean, we can talk about Cap right now. Yeah. Let's just talk about Cap right now. Go. So here's my thing about the whole Nike ad. Like, first of all, I saw it kind of popped up like on my Instagram line. I grabbed it pretty quick, like early in the life of it being out.
Did you grab it because you thought it was gonna like be taken down, like they was gonna change their mind?
No. You know, I'm always on the lookout for him. You know, that's a fellow fraternity brother. You know, quarterback of my favorite team up until a few years ago. Like that's. But also on top of that, I mean, you know, I believe in the dude's message first and foremost. You know, but like I just couldn't believe it. Like I was stunned by like looked down, I saw to just do it. I was like, whoa, hold up. Like, this is official. So, you know, my thing about the whole thing is that, number one, I feel the point about being like, you know, supporting this that still is involved in these other bad narratives. But here's the thing, you know, there's nothing that you're going to support that's going to be 100% altruistic in one way or another. If it's a for-profit business or a for-profit company to the extent that Nike is, yo, somebody's catching a raw deal in that at some point along the way. So, that's real. I just accepted a long time ago that I was gonna have to, you know, take the good with the bad, and you gotta decide. In some regards, you just gotta decide what you're gonna be okay with and what you want, you know. So, you know, I don't know if that makes me a bad person or whatever, but you know, I'm sure I've done a lot worse things than that. But you know, it's here's the thing. I look at Cap. And I'm like, yo, like, it's amazing that Nike just essentially decided to say, hey, we don't give a fuck. Like, at this point...
Well, the Serena thing should have gave us... That was the prequel.
Well, yeah, but you know what? Serena's safe to touch, though. You know, Serena's safe to touch. Cap has been, like, persona non grata for anything mainstream, you know, for 2 years now.
Yeah.
You know, so, but my thing about it is, the big thing that I look at is, like, I love how it shoves... It kind of muffs the NFL. You know what I'm saying? You just put your hand in the NFL's face and just shut up. You know what I'm saying? Just get down, because ironically the NFL took the Nike jersey off his back, and now Nike just put the swoosh back on themselves. You know what I'm saying?
Which is real though.
Yeah. And now in the midst of all this, they're running his ads.
That's the killer.
During NFL broadcasts.
They can't get away from this motherfucker. Like, that's
even while we're doing this, I got the game up on my iPad so that I can peep when this happens, just so I can be like, make sure it went through and make sure it all went down. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I get it, and I get why people can look at it as, you know, on one hand or another, like it's not enough. Or, you know, on one hand, it don't really mean anything. You know, but to me, Nike is on that short list of Teflon companies. Like, you're not doing nothing that's going to torpedo Nike. But they just decided to pick a side, you know. And my thing about it is, you're going to see a lot more of that. So why not? You know what I'm saying? If you know you're not going to be hurt, why not? So why get mad at somebody if they want to go out and, you know, buy a new pair of Nikes because they see Cap behind it? I mean, that's the whole point. You know what I'm saying? Cap's marketable. You do that, you're going to absolutely inspire people to get behind your brand. They just decided to say that you don't need to be on TV playing a sport every week in order to be worthy of that. Yeah.
Nike is figuring out a way to maybe even change their narrative of how they market themselves even going forward. Mm-hmm. And we've seen it with other brands do it somewhat with back in the day with your hip-hop brand, not hip-hop brands, but like where, you know, you had your lugs with Birdman and Funk Flex on. But it became a lifestyle. For that time period, cats was rocking lugs because they had the Birdman joints and the Funk Flex joints. If you was kind of feeling that vibe, you went with that. Now, you can't get into a trendy situation with it, but I think this is a bigger thing because this is a bigger movement that has bubbled for so long. This ain't just because how you do that, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a bigger thing.
Yeah, this is a different. I mean, I don't really think there's a whole lot of precedent for this, really. You know, I mean, it's a different.
Like, who had the balls though? Like, to be sitting in a meeting and was like, "Yo, I got the dopest idea, but y'all gonna be mad as a mom. Like, are y'all gonna be down with this? Go ahead, man. Go ahead, James. Is it James, the new junior executive that just got on board?
No, to me, it's Quantrell, the cat that just got a job out of college.
No, I was saying James. I was supposed to say James, but he was James the Omega. That
James the Omega.
They thought he's actually white when they saw his resume, but then they didn't realize Morgan State was a black college. Or I'm trying to think of like a Morehouse, like, yeah, that's prestigious black.
He went to Lincoln.
Oh, they didn't know which Lincoln it was.
He went to Lincoln up in Justice.
And he had a 4.0 at Lincoln.
Yeah, let's get him in there.
But that's a hell of a thing.
And he shows up looking like Odell Beckham his first day.
That's what I'm saying, yeah. And he was like, and they kept looking down at the resume. Can you get pull up his transcripts for real? Like, he got a master's from an awarded school of business at Penn.
Walked in that first day. Gotcha, bitch.
What's crazy?
You know, honestly, man,
what's even crazier? They probably did a Skype interview too, though, or whatever, and he probably had his suit on, and he had his hair probably slicked down or something, where he didn't have his Odell popping or whatever, or put the camera where it's like right below where you couldn't see his hair.
Man, I'll be honest. You know, probably what happened was probably Kyle the marketing exec. You know what I'm saying? And he just there, and he was like, "Hey, who's the hottest name out there?" And they said, "Are we gonna do this?" And they're like, "Listen, here's the thing. I know for sure is that if you're gonna cater to any base to buy material items,
black people,
all day, like get them on your side." Now, the thing about people buying stock and all that type of stuff, I don't know. I mean, here's my rule has always been this: if I'm willing to buy it or wear it, I should be willing to buy stock in it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't think anybody should be looking at it like it's some great stock come up with some great buy or something like that. I don't know enough about the market to even speak to that. But, I mean, hey, if it encourages more people to get invested in
we need to get Chris on here and ask him.
Do it. Come and ask him. Come soon. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, back to the thing about Cap, I'm really interested to see what the rollout is about now. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a chance Nike... hold on, let me back up for a second, because I mean, I'll get your thoughts about this, because you're a little bit more of a, you know what I'm saying, you're absolutely the radical of the show. So here's the thing to me. Do you feel slighted at all by it, by saying, oh, they decided to jump on this because it was good for them? Because to me, no company ever gets behind anybody that isn't good for them to be associated.
Yeah, it's money in general, though. Like, you gotta kind of mesh economic capitalism with struggle to a certain extent.
Right.
We learned, I mean, our past, and to a certain extent, our past revolutionaries have probably, I mean, that was one of their biggest things, is that Talib Kweli has a dope line where he says, everybody's, I can't remember the line exactly, but he was like, everybody talking about making a grassroots movement by asking where the money from and nobody can show it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta have money behind something. And Cap should get some paper, though. He should be able to market himself at the same time. The dude gave away millions already for his own. He already nested in what he's doing. It just, and then I look at it on a bigger scale. Even though we hate that we are a capitalistic society and that it's, you know, the fake and the glitz and the glamorous shit. Some motherfuckers there may be a motherfucker right now that's 19 to 20 that may be inspired by this to start their own organization off of this situation with Cap. We don't know what mind, like, it's like the Tupac line where it's like, I may be that spark that will get that mind to go to another place. That we don't know what this and even more, it's going to put a definitive line. And I know some people may not like it, but at this point in the way our society is going, either you getting down or laying down, I feel like, at this point.
Oh, for sure.
So if you out there burning up shoes, and what was that? You see that comedian that had a thing, act like he was burning up his shoes, but he kept them on his feet.
Yeah.
And people was like, the concern, like, oh my God, don't do it to your feet and take them off.
Like to me, I look at like a lot of the reactions to it and stuff like that. But here's what's revoked immediately: is that this whole base of conservatives, or let me not even say all conservatives, because I do believe that MAGA is like the version of a real life Tea Party. It doesn't speak for the whole. It doesn't speak for the entirety of the Republican
It is
Party.
the Gremlins version of the Tea Party. The Tea Party was a little magua to give you guys a Gremlins analogy. If please see Gremlins. If you haven't seen Gremlins, read the Wikipedia of what I'm saying here. It's the magua. It was like, oh man, like the Republicans thought that's kind of cute. They got their own little thing going on. They're like a third party, but within our party. And then the Sarah Palins of the world gave it. Sarah Palin was basically Gizmo. You know what I'm saying? And actually, this analogy is actually great. And I came up with this on the fly. I made to write this shit down. And John McCain was what was his name? Was it Mike? Mike. That was
I remember
Mike
Gremlins,
from Mike. His name was Mike. Mike from Gremlins let him out. You know what I'm saying? Let him eat after midnight. Let the water get on them, and then multiply, and shit went off, and that town ain't never been the same since then. Mike had to move out. Remember in part 2, he moved to a whole other city to get away from the Gremlin situation.
Yeah.
He had to move away, but the thing was, Mike couldn't get away from it. Them motherfuckers showed back up when he went to the big city too. That's the Republican Party. It's not McCain. It's not McCain. It's not Mike. The Republican Party would be Mike.
Well, all I was, I definitely understand that because I'm unfortunately old enough to remember Gremlins.
So let me go all the way with it though, because I'm on the roll right now. I'm on the roll with it right now. And you personify, and then the demons just start growing and then all of a sudden you see Scar. If anybody remembers Scar Stripe from the original Gremlins, he's the one that had the white mohawk. He was the one that was a little bit smarter than the rest of them. He could maneuver them. He would do dumb shit and then like throw them in front of something to let them get electrocuted, so they could break something down, so they could get in there. That's Donald Trump.
Yeah.
and so the Republican Party made Stripe.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I mean, and
it's Republican Party's responsibility, a la Mike, to kill the motherfuckers off, or you gonna tear up this whole goddamn town, which is America.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you. That was
bring it all back around, baby. The Republican Party is Mike from the Gremlins.
I gotta walk back like one block. Like I took the bus one step too long. I saw a whole neighborhood I wasn't supposed to be in. All right. Anyway, so
for those people that live on the East Coast, you fell asleep on a train and you got off at the wrong stop.
Well, I don't consider the Republican Party to all be representative of MAGA. Because I think MAGA is like a splinter cell.
Yeah, it's the Tea Party.
Exactly. But
which is the Gremlins.
But to see the splinter cell on TV cutting up shorts, it can't be. If it can't be, Nike's gonna get behind him. I can't get behind him. It's like anything he touches immediately is evil. You know what I'm saying? Like they done dropped like one of the most inspirational, all-encompassing commercials in some time. Kaepernick narrating the joint, and it's an awesome commercial. Have you seen it?
Yeah.
So it's that's a dope thing, but people still look at that like it's negative because he's not.
What was the movie? I can't remember it now. Where you would get the it was like a crazy. It was the Fast Zombies. What was the movie? I can't remember the name.
I know what you're talking about. Dawn of the Dead.
No. Fast Zombies. The ones it was in England. The first one was in England. And remember, if you got the blood in your mouth, or if they bit you or whatever, you would become it too, and then you would go crazy, be running after people. And
that sounds like junior high school.
But the Fast Zombies, that's what the Republicans think are those, I wouldn't say Republicans, there are some general conservative people that don't fuck with Donald Trump either.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Though, that's how MAGA people look at Cap. That he's the fast zombie that keeps attacking all the other different people, and they become all these other fast zombies, and they just the white people in the middle of England that's just getting attacked, and they just think that if their kids get involved with Cap, they're gonna become fast zombies too.
Yeah, that's fair.
And they're fast too, so being black. So
their kids ain't gonna give up Nike. I'm telling you that right now. They're gonna have to be putting it in their bag and wearing it when they leave the house and all that, but they're not giving up Nike. I'm interested to see what happens, But man, all the best, man, because I think it's been a dope experience. And for me, it's not a thing where I'm listen, we got a bad habit in the black community of like, as soon as we see something, we got to stand on one side or the other and then battle each other about it.
Or we got to find fault. Like it's got to be like somebody's got to be an antagonist.
Yeah, like somebody's got to be. There's got to be some type of like anything you can literally spin and say, yo, this isn't the most altruistic thing. Like no shit, Nike getting behind something and doing a
it's about paper
before it's about money. Like you're not some deep next level thinker by saying that that's what this is all about. But in the meantime, just look at what's happening. It's a major national platform giving its platform to a dude that we was allegedly so angry about trying them at the NFL attempting to silence. But now we've got somebody that's literally not just put the microphone in his hand, but has built a stage for him to stand on too, to make sure that his message is out there as loud as possible. I see absolutely no bad in this at all.
28 Days Later is the movie, people, just for your reference.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
That's what the MAGA people think that Cap is, and the people that support him are. But I wonder and that's a internal battle, and it's funny because a part of me loves the internet and what it is, but I feel like also a lot of internal black conversations have become public consumption. That was always just our conversations became public consumption. And then other people that aren't a part of the culture that don't know shit about it jumping into and fucking with it.
Well, we talked about that last week with the shopping with Whitlock and all that. And stop assuming that people that just because they look like they in the culture,
they don't mean they in the culture.
Got any smoke for it at all. You know what I'm saying? And Cap is the culture practically. You know what I'm saying? I mean, like he's all over it. So.
And he's one by, and it's like his detractors are always like did you see the big and rich? What the fuck is this? That country singer. He's the first one to cut his off, and that's where it went viral from. That's where the comedian took his whole thing for. Like I'm gonna up big and rich, and I'm gonna burn my shoes instead of cutting off the swoop, which is hilarious because people thought because he did took a picture of some random person's foot burned up.
I know what I was about to say. You know how gangster the conservatives and like these MAGA folks end up trying to sound like y'all so soft and y'all worried about this. All these soft liberals all worried about everybody getting the turn. It gets killed, be killed in America. Everybody
capitalism.
Capitalism. Everybody needs to get theirs. You have forfeited all rights to call anybody soft or a snowflake or any other things if you are whining and cutting up clothes and hooping shorts on Twitter, and you mad about a shoe company saying that they getting what to do, and you on the internet complaining and whining about this. You have forfeited all rights to call anybody soft. Y'all are the most cottonelle, most situationally tough people I've ever seen in my life. You to hold me back in the club.
Hold me back in the club.
Club punch throwing people.
It's the dude in the VIP to be like, man, y'all, man, but how y'all mad about people stepping on your Pumas? Then the first person that come up out the booth getting they shoes stepped on and being like, no, this is bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like
y'all got me fucked up. Like, yeah, y'all whiny.
And did you see the Ozark school, of course, that Ozark College, I guess they...
Oh, yeah, bring people up to speed on that.
This the school... College of the Ozarks. Where's it? In Branson?
It's in the Ozarks. I have no...
But Branson, the Ozarks technically go to Branson too, though, because those lakes go down there.
I can't help
it. Hold on, I will look it up. But they basically were sponsored by Nike and decided they're not going to have Nike on their jerseys. Did they get a memo? I know they got a memo from the Nike lawyers because they got that check for having them jerseys. I'm hoping that the compliance office knew that this was going down.
You'd be like, well, okay, we're going to need you to send that money back.
Yeah. We spin it. Oh, you spin it on? Well, that means you're gonna be having them jerseys on.
Sound like Blue Fest people.
It's in Springfield. It's 40 miles south of Springfield, and it's in right outside Branson. 40 miles south of Springfield, Missouri. Sounds about right.
Yeah.
If anybody, if anybody knows,
watch Ozarks?
I love the show. I was just gonna do a comparison for people to know.
So here's the thing: like, look at Ozark and just imagine that's everything in Missouri south of St. Louis.
You think it's everything south of St. Louis?
Pretty much.
Yeah, and somewhat north too.
Yeah. St. Louis. I mean, Missouri is a state that is defined by one highway.
70.
Other than that, it might as well be Alabama.
Hey, somebody need to come up with some T-shirts for that. Like
North Arkansas and South Iowa.
Yep.
Highway 70.
Yep. Yeah. And shit, Illinois too.
Yeah, Illinois is more like Kansas though, because there ain't really nothing there.
But I'm talking about like the way they kind of ride.
Well,
they kind of rock. So that Southern Illinois is basically might as well be Kentucky.
Oh well, yeah.
They might as well be Kentucky in this situation. But so they dropped Nike from the athletic uniforms. College of Ozarks does, and it's not just. I don't know. I don't know if the compliance office got wind, or maybe they did. I'm not sure. Did their law office get this? Because unless they really about that life, and they returning the check. And if they feel like they need to return a check, fine with them.
Yeah, we'll see how that plays out. We'll see. And
then this is an NAIA.
How did Nike even know they exist?
Because Nike just puts out a filler for anything. They just they'll give you $2,000. Like, y'all gonna wear my shit.
Yeah, that's fair. We had Nike jerseys in high school.
That's what I'm saying though. They just throw it out there, or they just might just give you product. They might not even give you no money. Mm-hmm. Maybe they situated they just got the jerseys and they were like, "That's what we gonna do."
They basically wearing their boyfriend's Letterman jacket on game day.
It says the college also requested that the NAIA move the 2018 men's Division II basketball tournament to another venue, which they did. The tournament is okay, let me go back here. So the College of Ozarks has stated its views regarding patriotism and the American flag national anthem. In October 2017, the college revised its contracts for competition in all sports, adding a stipulation that all participating players and coaches show respect for the American flag and national anthem. The college also requested NIA move the 2018 men's 2 divisional basketball tournament to another venue, which they did. The tournament is no longer played at the College of Ozarks. So they basically didn't want nobody come in there and protesting. So they can have the NAIA men's Division 2. So this is NIA Division 2. So for anyone that doesn't know sports, this would be like Division 5. Like the 5th level of college sports. Because it goes, no, actually probably 6. Because it probably goes Division 1. And if you're talking about football, FCS or Division 2 AA.
Just that team on NCAA football that didn't have no name? That you
right, just Illinois State.
No, not Illinois State. Illinois State's Division 1. But I'm talking I'm talking about Division 1AA East, Division 1AA South.
Yeah.
That team
but Illinois State was a Division 1 AA, but they ended up having their school on there.
Yeah.
And our division, they go, so Division 1. And I'll say we'll just go by straight division, not Division 1 AA, because that's just only in football. Most of them are just split.
We're doing almost too much of a deep dive here with this.
Right. But let's go fast. Division 1, Division 2, Division 3. Then I would say NJCAA, because all them cats go to Division 1, Division 2 schools after they leave that JUCO if they're playing sports.
There's some JUCOs that are better than those levels. It's like that last chance U.
Right. So then you get down to NAIA Division 1, and now they're NAIA Division 2, which I didn't even know was possible.
Mm-hmm. Basically, at this point, you're drinking Tab when you could be drinking Pepsi. But I'll just make it easy.
There you go. There you go.
You're drinking Tab when other people are drinking Pepsi.
Then there's like a Bible division.
Yeah, that doesn't count.
That's like the Vacation Bible School.
Anyway, this school that barely is on the map of anything at all is deciding to mount a protest in the most apt protest area in America. So there you have it.
Yeah, so that
power to cap, man. Power to cap. I'm interested to see how this rollout goes. All support behind that, man. Really, really interesting maneuver here in the history of athlete.
As we go on to the next topic in a second, I'm gonna look at the roster and see how many black people they have on it. I'm just curious.
Do the just research after the show. Next topic. You introduced the topic.
Right? I know. So some people are mad at you, man.
Well, okay, it's that time of the year again.
Shout out to our man CJ Hero, man. He listens to this show a lot. He corrected me and said Puffy did not create the white parties. I think I specifically said that Puffy did not create it. I think he made it mainstream.
No, Puffy created a white party. So now we settled that.
He didn't make them national. He may have thrown some of the biggest or the most covered by the media, but he's not the originator in any form. I don't think he's the originator. He just made it big on a big scale.
I mean, the first white party probably happened on accident. It was probably like a bunch of folks standing around at the church, and it was like, all right, let's turn up.
Oh, after
they took their moonshine out.
During consecration service?
Yeah, they took their moonshine out, and went out there and barbecued. Now you know you look around. It was an Easter all white party.
Everybody get on white?
Yeah,
except for Otis. Otis came from work.
There's always, even at a white party, there's always somebody that's wearing that almost white. And you be like, bruh.
Or the person said, I'm gonna try to be different. I'm gonna wear a plaid shirt.
Yeah, and you be sitting there looking like an onion ring in the fries.
from White Castle or White Castles too.
Well, that's even worse. Back when you used to give you your fries in that long box. But yeah, or now you get people that like to wear that black white beater underneath they white shirt that's open, looking like they in Jagged Edge or on the front of that new edition.
Yeah, or the Home Again album,
or the Big Willie style album.
Oh yes, the Will Smith joint with the shirt flowing behind the Statue of Liberty. So CJ Real continues. He says, Jermaine deserves to be the last only because of exploitative behavior. However, completely disagree, disgusted by whoever that is saying those white people aren't MJ's kids. I think that was both of us. Together, I was, you started it, and then he was like, do you want to count them?
Them ain't Michael Jackson's kids.
They not though.
It ain't no strike against Michael Jackson. Hey, brother.
No.
I ain't here to hold it against you, but I'm sitting here looking
Marlon Brando has 12 kids, all of them not his.
No. Listen,
nobody.
You can be somebody's kid,
and they still are Brandos.
If you adopted, you they kid, but you not their kid.
You in a Blood Jackson, and it's fine. We were only ranking the Blood Jacksons.
Yeah, we didn't sit there and rank everybody's husband and wife that came in and all of that. We ranking the people that came from the tree of Joe Jackson, literally. With the exception of you felt like 3 T's should be involved.
Because they were still from the leg of Joe Jackson.
They're technically the same thing to Tito that them kids is to Michael.
But they're blood though.
Oh, see, you said it, not me.
I said
so be mad at him. Nobody else get mad at you. People get mad at me. Like you America's sweetheart up in this bitch. You were ready to get mad at me.
But yeah, no, CJ, man, we're not. He basically said that some kids could be real light skinned and be white looking, blah blah blah. Then a whole bunch of other people jumped in the comments, putting their kids' pictures up on the comments. Different pictures of kids. Shout out to everybody that put their kids in there and talked about the biracialness. I get it, all that. That's fine. But if you look at every other Jackson that's got that Negro in them, they got that Joe in them. 3T's super light skinned, but they got that Joe in them. You can see that Joe up in them.
Yeah.
Joe is all up in their face.
You think Joe's
genes are strong?
You think Joe put Mike's kids in the car and drove them around somewhere and took them out to?
He couldn't get there. Mike, he probably didn't see them kids. He didn't even see them kids unless they came over to see Catherine.
That's fair.
You think Joe can even get in the 2 mile radius of Mike's career?
I would say Joe might be top 3 worst grandfather candidates of all time.
Yeah, why wouldn't he be?
Like probably number 1.
Jermaine is up there, and I don't know if he has grandkids or not, but he would have to be there.
So what have we answered?
Bobby Womack too.
Have we answered Thanos is a bad dude. Thanos.
O.J. Simpson.
Yeah, Juice is no good either. Who's the best grandfather? Who would be the best grandfather?
Quincy Jones. And he's got his documentary coming out. Shout out to Netflix.
Okay.
That drops the end of this month.
I bet you Professor X would be a dope grandfather.
Ooh. But he didn't read your mind and shit. You'd be like, man, I'm finna sneak out.
I think most people's grandfathers can read their mind.
No, like he literally will tell you exactly what you're finna do. Like, you're gonna go to the mall. You're gonna try to fill on this girl at the till.
Can you imagine Professor X sending you to the corner to pick up a package, to pick up some squares for him, and you get in there, you got the wrong thing, but he can see what you're looking at? No, not those.
And he's in your mind, like and look, he got Cerebron, like reaching out to you, like.
You try to keep that little extra change. He's like, I know you got that extra quarter. It's all good. You can keep it. You're like, damn.
Go ahead and get you some of that penny candy.
Like, damn.
Magneto would be a horrible grandfather though too.
Yeah, that's what
I'm saying. He would be a horrible grandfather.
Yeah.
I think Wolverine would be a bad father too though.
Yeah.
Wolverine. You always want to leave.
Wolverine was a rough dad.
Yeah, I mean, X-22, 23.
Yeah.
Like.
But I mean, how do you introduce a kid into somebody's life like that? Like, that's kind of like how them kids landed in Michael Jackson's life.
But Michael loved Blanket.
And, sure. BG is his name now.
Oh, is that what he goes by?
Yes. Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Look it up.
Hold on, so Blake goes by BG?
Yeah, that's his name now.
Maybe they more black than we thought. Or they've been around them Jacksons though their whole life.
Yeah, well now, yeah.
Jermaine been over to visit.
Yeah. I mean,
I know Catherine was like, nah, Jermaine. Jermaine can't be with the kids by himself. Joe can't be with the kids by himself. Probably hang with Tito, Jackie.
mm-hmm.
Oh, but let's get into the coup de grace of the week. What we've been waiting for. Bobby Brown movie.
Mm-hmm.
Me and Raven are gonna do a full review next week. But we definitely want to get just initial thoughts.
Well, you know, I mean, Bobby Brown is in a circle of people on earth for me.
Yeah.
I mean, when you gonna go? Come on, man. I know you've been ready. Let's go. What we got?
Let's start with the Jermaine connection with this. I really want to interview Bobby, not on record, but just ask my questions, just for my knowledge. Just for me, no pen, just me with Bob and some beers while he's doing his Bob barbecue. That's the real thing. Bob barbecue. But I mean, I know some people are like, what do you mean? No, it's called Bob barbecue.
Yeah.
While he's making some Bob, I was like, so when Jermaine was hating on you at Whitney, how many times you almost want to run up on him?
So hold up. So when I thought about that whole thing then we can actually get into the texture of the movie here in a second. So is Janet Jackson like a revenge jump down, or was
no? This is after he technically Jermaine had her first.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Jermaine had her in the 80s.
That's true. Yeah,
it was kicking with her in the late 80s before Bob was even in the picture. You got to remember Whitney's 6 years older than Bob.
But so here's the thing: Bobby Brown pulled the greatest movie role turnaround shot out of all time. Hey, don't you worry about them.
Yeah, what you mean, Joe? And you gotta remember, and I was talking about this with one of my coworkers. I was like, it's like, man, how did Janet be so wrapped up? I was like, you gotta remember, Janet was 2 years old when the Jacksons jumped off. She don't know shit about Gary.
No.
She only knows Calabasas or Tarzana or wherever they grew up at. Like she's from Gary by proxy.
I mean, he said.
So you got to think Joe ran everything.
So let's break down this bedroom scene with them. First of all, I didn't expect to see Janet get slayed like that in the movie.
I read the book, so I knew it was cool.
Well, yeah, I mean, still.
But you didn't think they were really going to show it on TV?
Yeah, like Janet was getting knocked down on TV.
Do you understand where anytime, any place get down now?
Yeah, I believe it.
I'm just saying it makes sense though.
Janet's always been one of the foremost freaks in my mind.
But you got to remember that time period. She wasn't like that.
She wasn't known though.
She wasn't known yet though. When she got away from Joe, that's when it popped off. Then Bobby's over there dissing her husband, the dude she ended up marrying, the dude that's an alleged covered Rolling Stone holding her breasts.
Yo, Bobby pulled up on some
with the Bentley.
He pulled up with a ribbon around a Bentley, and the maid come in and did the step box to let her know it was him. She did the Gumby signal to let her know. He said, "You can't pull up like this." Bobby done pulled up in front of the crib
with a mink on.
With a mink on and a Rolls Royce. Like, this for you.
And now, how is Bob gonna get back home? We don't know. It's Bobby Brown.
He's probably planning on staying and crushing, and then he's gonna have somebody to come pick him up.
Probably.
I mean, that's the play that many of brothers made. Without
that.
That's like running a halfback option up the middle.
Yeah. Because they've been kicking it for a while, allegedly in the book, like 2 years. Bob had a lot of pop.
Mm-hmm.
He was having kids. He was fucking with Janet.
Yo, how many kids does Bobby have?
Including the devil? Including Bobby Chris?
Yeah.
7.
It felt like more. It felt like every third scene another kid was popping.
He had 7, because you got Landon, LaPrincia, Bobby Jr., Bobby Chris, and then his 3 kids. There's like 3 kids, I don't know their names.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of Bobby Brown training for me. Kind of went a little bit different.
Bobby Brown has had more lives than anybody I think I've ever seen. And the amount of hairstyles that brother had in that movie, just in the second part alone.
But it makes sense though, if you think back, he did have 1 million hairstyles.
Oh, I know. But like, I was just like, God damn. Like, I thought we was going to get a little bit longer in the My Prerogative era. I guess we got some of it in New Editions.
Yeah, that's what I think they because I thought we would get some of the some of the New Edition reunion era stuff though, but we got that a little bit with him getting high on the bus and everything. And people see that Ricky was the one on the drug bus with him.
Yeah, the only people that wasn't in the movie was Ronnie and Mike Bivins.
Yeah, they had. If you look on IMDb, they're in there, so it's got to be some cut scenes because they got them on the roster.
Yeah,
they got them on 2 episodes too.
Now, did you peep when he proposed the at the concert when Johnny Gill was playing guitar?
That the other guy wasn't Ralph?
The other dude had his head down.
But that's supposed to be Ralph.
I know.
Yeah, but Ralph, they didn't have the money to get. They didn't have the other guy.
The other dude was there. I was hollering.
I was like, Lexi, that's not the dude that plays. I forgot his name is Algie Smith.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's not Algie Smith. She's like, yes, it is. Like, no, it's not. They're never going to show him at all. He's been down like this the whole time.
Like, I've never seen somebody look more devastated during a proposal. Like, he had his head down, like,
the whole time.
Like, he had
the budget was on a shoestring budget. They couldn't bring him back for that scene at all.
It was like he had ate the worst shellfish and was just trying to get through that concert. He's like, oh, Bobby, we don't got time for this right now. Oh, Bobby, you can't be going off script. I got to get off the stage, man. I got these white pants on.
And I thought they were going to show a little bit more of the camaraderie between Riz, a.k.a. Ralph Tresvant, and Bobby.
I did, too. I thought that was
because they did tracks together. Like, Bobby really only fucked with Ralph when they left.
Mm-hmm.
Cause you got if people go back into the Ralph Tresvant era, he's in the Sensitivity remix video dancing behind him.
Mm-hmm.
Like then they did Stone Cold Gentleman together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah, like they had a good relationship.
Yeah,
like them cats rock with each other heavy.
Now we can go to Don't Be Cruel a little bit. The Rock With You being about Janet Jackson was crazy. That was the craziest one to me. Of all the article you sent me from Undefeated, but it makes sense when you see the movie. It makes sense.
Shout out to Kelly Carter at Undefeated. She's the senior entertainment writer over there. She writes dope stuff, man. From Undefeated, check her out.
But it makes sense though when you listen to Rock With You again, and there's 2 versions of Rock With You. You got the Quiet Storm version. That's the one they have in the movie. The one that's generally on the album is the one that goes right into it. Mm-hmm. The one where he's talking on their sexual at the beginning for like a minute. That's the one he's talking to Janet. And I was like, all right, Bob. And then it Don't Be Cruel to the fans, like saying like, don't be cruel to me. I was like, that was kind of ill. That I thought this whole time it was really about a woman, but it's really about us as listeners and fans. Mm-hmm. To Bobby Brown, like, don't be cruel to me because I ain't in the group no more, basically.
Mm-hmm. Bobby took that personal. You know what I'm saying? Like he really came out of that like in a different place. Like, but like Bobby back in the projects, hanging out at house parties. Like,
right after the New Edition is blown up.
I'm like, Bobby, come on now.
I didn't know Bob was selling weed, but it makes sense that Bob be selling weed too, though.
Yeah, Bobby.
Like everything in there was like, damn, I didn't know that happened, but it wasn't shocking. If that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, okay, I can see him doing that. Damn, but I didn't know that, but I could see it. The Whitney, shout out to I forgot the woman's name that played Whitney. She fucking killed it to me.
Oh, she was dope.
Like, I don't know how she doesn't play Whitney in whatever biopic you got coming out, coming out.
So is BET gonna keep this going?
They gotta do it. They gotta keep the New Edition cinematic universe going.
Who's
the NECU. I think they should do a double feature. BBD one night, Johnny Gill the next night. But they don't get 2 nights each.
But you were saying they needed to do a Jodeci movie.
Yes, they do, but that's not in the NCEU though. I think the NECU though. It's not in the NECU.
I think the NECU is taking its path now. I think they got to start off. So I need somebody with like
you. I mean, Jodeci needs 3 nights. like they need 3 nights, just like because they shit so crazy. They only got 3 albums.
Like who else? Like, I'm trying to just think about
some other contemporaries that would need like. I guess maybe. Would you think maybe Boys them in?
Nah.
I mean, unless they got some real shit in there, like, we was having origins in doing crack.
Like that dude that killed the people, was killing folks, and
that was the original member. Now they've done multiple snaps, killer couples, and all kind of shit on him.
That's OC. Jodeci would just be.
That's the one that I can see.
I'd like one on Snoop. I'd like one on Snoop. It would hit all sorts of different avenues and shit. I mean, if we really want to get off the rails, I'll take one on R. Kelly too.
Man, listen, that ain't gonna happen. Like
they gotta have to put that on Cinemax. They might not be able to put that on BET.
It's gotta go on Cinemax.
It might have to, man. I don't see how you can just put that on network TV. You talk about uncomfortable. Man, R. Kelly story.
Jodeci is the one that's really hitting. I know listeners probably yelling at us. Shaka Khan too, maybe.
Aren't they making a new movie, like a new cinematic movie though for like in the theaters for the who was it? Was it not the Temptations? I thought they was making a new movie about another band from back in the day though. Four Tops.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I can't remember. I think I heard something about they was making one for that though.
Jodeci is it that I could think of right now, man. Unless they could kind of get gangsta, and it would be something that would be like a BT thing, like a Uptown Records movie where you can go through like Albie Shore, Jodeci, Heavy D, Mary J. Blige, Puffy, and kind of show that rising
from. Puffy movie would be wild.
But Puffy ain't gonna be real though, because Puffy gonna Dr. Dre that shit. Just like think about how Dr. Dre was Superman and fucking Straight Outta Compton and wasn't being real about his shit. That's how Puffy shit would be. We can know that.
Just imagine it starts at the very first white party of all time. Puffy having conquered.
Puffy's been through some shit.
This is the best idea I ever had. But then he goes back and looks back.
Puffy is poison. Have y'all ever seen that video? Puffy is poison.
Hold up. Let me set
you for to set the scene? This is the beginning of the movie?
You the one in the movies talking.
You be goddamn right.
And then he takes some glasses off real slow, like on the video, I Need a Girl video, in the middle of the first white party of all time, and looks back on his whole life, like on Dewey Cox, when he had to think about his whole life before he went out there. But
Biggie's still alive and stuff when the first white party happened.
Yeah, Biggie there.
So Biggie's there.
Biggie there.
Craig Mack's there.
Craig Mack there. But then he got to look back on his whole
But no,
life.
Craig Mack didn't come in all white.
No, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to have the most recent all-white party.
Oh, the last
And
one.
then he's going to look back all the way back to the first white party.
And call the movie White Party?
And every stop, yeah. With Bobby
and it shows his life.
Featuring Bobby Brown. Because Bobby Brown was part of Bad Boy for a second.
Yo, it was so many things.
Why didn't Bobby die when he fell on that glass and that glass broke on his face?
Yo, I thought, like, if anybody's read his book, he has a section where he talks about he used to put cocaine in his flour when he made his chicken. Mm-hmm. When they showed him in the kitchen, I thought they was going to show him doing that, like he was going to be sprinkling it. I was going to fall out, dog. If they showed him pull out a little bag of cocaine and sprinkle in his flour and put it on the grill.
Yo. So, like, I look at Bobby and, like, you know me, I'm going to tie it to sports somehow. Mm-hmm. So, like, is Bobby like the Penny Hardaway of R&B guys?
No, he's better than Penny Hardaway.
Is he Grant Hill?
Better than that.
Grant Hill's a Hall of Famer.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is. He went in last year.
Grant Hill went in the Hall of Fame?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. I thought he was coming up on the ballot. You're right. I just thought, damn, he is.
Like, Grant did work. But there was so much more we thought we was going to get.
Is he more Allen Iverson?
No. Well, yeah, maybe he is Allen Iverson. I just, when I think about Grant Hill, I think about New Edition was at Duke.
Oh.
And then he got to the league.
I was thinking somebody people counted out all the time.
No. I'm
like, you know, like
somebody that had that big career up front that splintered off and the rest of that career wasn't what we thought it was going to be. Like, AI was dope at Georgetown, but his best days was with the Sixers.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, in a crazy party.
I mean, is he Michael Vick? Is Bobby Brown Michael Vick?
Oh, but no, Michael Vick came out of Virginia Tech and was almost beat Florida State single-handedly itself.
That was no addition.
But nobody kicked him out. I'm trying to think of somebody that people were kind of doubting. If anything, if this had been 10 years ago, he'd have been he'd have been Willis McGahee if it had been 10 years ago. Like, if we'd have caught that after he messed up his knee, came in, it was a draft pick, and still ended up rushing for 1,000 yards a couple of seasons.
That was fucking nasty.
Think about that. People was like, yo, ain't no way he gonna make it back. Remember, people was like, your career's over. He rehabbed his knee that whole thing.
I guess we look at it on a scale of life. Yeah, I mean, Bobby did live. I think there was a lot of times we thought Bobby wasn't gonna make it.
Dude, Bobby basically was one of the people when Thanos snapped his fingers, and he was the only one left. You got to think everybody around him is dead almost.
Yeah.
His daughter, his ex-wife, his mom, his dad.
Eddie said it on our homeboy Eddie said it on Facebook. He said, "Yo, the last hour of the Bobby Brown story was like Civil War."
Snapping finger, man.
Yo, there was like so many people dying. I was like,
dude, you just realize how much Bobby been through though, dude. Like, yo, and I'm motherfucker still alive, dude.
Like I watched that and I was like, man, I gotta go to this concert, man. Like I gotta.
Dude, it made me want to go too.
I was like, damn. I was kind of on the fence, like, I might go, might not go, but damn, now I feel like I gotta go now. I just gotta go and see that. I mean, I saw Bobby on the Home Again tour. So I saw him
back in the day, back in '96.
Yeah, like I saw Bobby, years after the original sensation Bobby Brown, but like it was like a whole different thing.
Yeah.
But all in all, man, about the movie, I thought it was a good. It was dark.
It was dark. That second part was there. The first part was fun.
Yeah, the first part was good, but it was dark, man.
But it shows you how dark his life was, man.
I mean, I think that was the point of the story. Like it was so dark though that like I was like, how do they finish this? Like,
Bob revealed a lot of shit in there though that I don't know if a lot of people would have like put out there.
Well, yeah,
like that whole relationship. Whitney had a relationship with the woman Robin.
Oh, okay. So let's talk about this.
That's like he's like, yo, that happened to me. Like that's real.
Like I was sitting there looking at that. I was like, well, who is this woman that's sitting here looking like somebody farted the whole time?
That's Whitney's girlfriend.
I'm like,
she used to mess with her.
I know, you can tell. But hey, first of all, when she was eating his plate though up in the crib, I think in real life Bobby flexed her. He just ain't put it in the movie.
I was wondering if he hit her with the plate, like.
I think Bobby flexed her in the movie, and in real life. Because he was at that point where I was like, "Hey, dog, you might have to get with her." She had that jumpsuit on. I wouldn't have been able to blame her.
Yeah, she was a tall chick too, though. That was gonna be mono.
She was definitely looking WNBA. I was like, who's we got? Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown, and Cheryl Swoops. Like, who is this character? And then I had to look it up and see it. And I was like, oh, Whitney is out here living that double life.
Yeah, man. And Bob was cool with it though.
Yeah, I mean, Bobby was just trying to get his action in.
Yeah.
So I mean, that just gave him a way to go. Shout out to Mekhi Phifer though.
Mekhi Phifer did a damn good job, man.
Yeah, man. Mekhi Phifer came through. There was a lot of people popping up in there. Like,
Tatiana Lee was at the beginning.
Tatiana Lee, Laz Alonso.
Laz Alonso was in there. You had Tank came back from the original cinematic universe.
Tank came back for a second. He pulled his so Rob Tresman was like Tony Stark in this one. He just popped up for a second. It was just like, all right, I'm out.
And what's so messed up is that was supposed to be all them tracks supposed to be Ralph's. When he was like, I'm gonna go with something hard, and Ralph is like, so that's what I wanted to do.
Bobby and Ralph are still cool in real life, though.
I don't know about now, though.
I think they still are. I just think that they, on business terms, they ain't
seeing it.
I don't think Bobby and Ralph ever not gonna be cool.
Yeah, but I'm saying no.
That's why I thought Ralph would have been a bigger part in that movie. But yeah. I guess Bobby just got to the point where he just spiraled out of control so far. They was just
nobody could fuck with him.
Nobody could touch him.
Yeah, because remember his brothers even saying like, dude, they be in there getting high for weeks.
Yeah.
Like, and nobody can even reach them.
Yeah.
Like, dude, think how crazy that was, dude. And thinking back then, people really did protect Whitney Houston for years, dog. For years.
Whitney Houston's image was as protected as Michael Jordan's.
Man, she may be. Her and Beyonce. Beyonce's image is pretty protected too. But Beyonce got kind of a little bit of wind of it. Was like, I'm gonna put some of my shit out there before it get wind, where I can control the narrative a little bit. Whitney wanted to stay in the same Arista, Clive Davis mode of how things were going. And what's interesting is my wife was like, why were they booing her at the Soul Train Awards? I was like, black people weren't fucking with Whitney at that time. Mm-hmm. Remember her real R&B cuts that you like, or after she got with Bob.
Yeah.
When she got around Babyface, you got to think shoot. That was because Bob made the connection.
Whitney was on VH1 back in the day.
She was, maybe I remember Friday Night Videos. Remember, no black folks was on her but Whitney Houston and Mike and Prince. Those are your 3 black artists that would be, and Rick James. Those are 4 black artists who get on there.
That's like 3 of my 4 favorite people of all time.
But I'm just saying though, but you gotta think your R&B soul people. You have the Soul Train Awards. This ain't the Grammy Awards.
Yeah.
You see Anita Baker won for that category.
Right.
That's who they was digging though.
Right. Yeah. No. That's real.
It's like people weren't messing with her, man. Like and then some people do have revisionist history when it comes to Whitney. Oh man, I love Whitney. Black folks didn't really getting down with Whitney. They thought she was basically because basically Mariah Carey took Whitney's lane. When Mariah Carey said, "I'm gonna be a little bit more R&B, more soul, and I'm gonna get into this booth with Babyface. I got the hook up through Bob, through all that. We're gonna do shoot shoot and all that stuff for the Wait and Exhale, all that good stuff." When Mariah Carey was like, "I'll get that money." Tommy Mottola was like, I'm gonna fuck her and get that money. You know what I'm saying?
Mariah Carey stepped up in the pocket and was like,
right up in that pocket, and it may have a lot to do with her drug use too. Right. That pocket was open as well, but things changed with it, man.
Yeah, I mean, people's living wild. The '80s was a wild ass time,
and that's why I used to always tell people that Whitney was the one that got Bobby on coke, because Whitney was out in them streets early. Whitney got signed in '83.
Yo, but like the point about that though is that I say that Whitney was getting money back when Bobby and them was not getting nothing for doing anything.
No, it wasn't nothing at all. Like,
but so like at the end of the day though, do you feel like Whitney could have got portrayed the way she did in that movie if Whitney was still alive?
Yeah, Jackson got portrayed getting slayed in the bathroom. I mean, it's his narrative, it's his movie.
It would have been tough for him to do
I don't think Whitney, when she died, had enough juice like that anymore.
I don't think it would have been tough for him to do that though. If his daughter was alive and was watching that movie. I don't think so, because it wouldn't that she lived it. It wasn't like it. I think most people don't want to reveal stuff in front of their kids. They did it away from their kids. Bobby Christina was seeing all that shit happen. That's how her life was fucked up. Yeah, that was a tough man.
That was tough, man.
Damn, that movie was dark. That movie got dark.
Yeah, man. Like, dude.
That last hour. Like, and then have you ever seen Click with Adam Sandler?
Yes.
And that movie just got real sad.
Yeah.
And he was like, whoa.
Well, this is not what I came to see.
That's what the fuck happened. Like, we got down to the last 2 minutes, and I was like, man, there's no way to turn this back around.
We in a bad position.
And then he looked up and seen his son doing like every little step. I'm like, I'm glad they made this scene, because shit.
And then I felt bad for the girl from Power, because she died in Power and she died in Outline.
She's just like, she got to get her role where she's getting around.
I know, right? But it was a good movie, man. Like, BT needs to figure out doing this more, man. They need to figure out doing this more. I don't know what they do next that could be kind of dope. Maybe do a Babyface L.A. Reid movie. I don't know. You know, kind of piggyback off how LaFace Records was popping. I don't know. Something around that.
You know what we need a movie about? It ain't enough drama, though. I just want an Eddie Murphy movie.
Eddie Murphy, you want that?
I know. Eddie Murphy, I don't know. Biopics, if you're doing them the right way, they're dope.
Yeah.
If you're doing them the right way.
And a person has to be vulnerable. And Eddie comes from the old school not being vulnerable. You got to remember this. No, Eddie started popping in the 80s. He came from that old school thinking like we don't reveal too much as a person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, hell, they made the movie about Mike Tyson. So I mean, if we just need to make a movie about some people, I can do that too.
But Mike, is that done? The one with Jamie Foxx in it?
No, the one they made with Michael Jai White.
Right. But that wasn't. This one that's supposed to come out with Jamie Foxx supposed to be like the real shit. Like Mike gonna tell everything like for real.
Oh, well, bring it on.
And Mike and Bobby used to kick it all the time too, though. So just I wanted Mike to be like it's some random people I want to show up.
Real talk, and then we can turn the subject to real TV. They just need to make a movie about that thread, that hip hop in New York thread. That's just the only movie I need.
No, that's not even a movie. That needs to be a series on Netflix with multiple seasons. You can do like 4 seasons of that thread. Mm-hmm. If anybody needs that thread, email me straightolc@gmail.com or hit me up on any of the social media platforms. I will send it to you. Trust me. This will be the best novel of true life crime stuff you'll ever read.
Yeah,
you'll sit in the bed for 2 or 3 hours.
No, we're gonna provide. We just need to put it up on the page. We just need to put it out there.
Just put it out there.
People just need to see this. You just need to know this.
Just need to be for public consumption.
We can talk about it. We can talk about it after that.
All right, man. Let's get into this bracket, man.
All right, man. Well, let's
go through it, man. So we're in the second round now, man.
Yeah, well, let's so we teased it coming, but we went out and did it. I'm gonna tell you what, we did the dopest black TV shows of all time. Mm-hmm. I'm telling you what, when I introduced it, everybody I told that this was out there looked at me up first, like, how dare you?
Yeah, but you know how I felt at the beginning. I was like, we can't do this, and you was like, we doing it.
We doing it. Yeah, like we doing it. So we got them out there. We got the brackets rolling, and you know what I'm saying. So let's just see what we got here. Let's see. Let's get into this. We got the first round down. First round ended earlier on Thursday. It ended on Thursday. So let me just pull it up here. There was a few things that weren't surprises and a few things that were. All right, so let's start. We're gonna recap round one before we go and do a little brief preview of round two, which will be out by the time the show drop. Round one, Cosby Show versus Moesha. Cosby Show won 50-4. No discreet. We don't need to do anything else.
No.
Next, in a 4-5 seed matchup, In Living Color beat the game 49-5.
And Living Color is
49-5.
it's a beast, man.
Next up, Soul Train versus What's Happening. Soul Train 43-11 victory.
Soul Train was big, man. Soul Train just stopped in like 2006.
Yeah. Next up, A Different World versus Amen. 46-7, A Different World. Now, so that's the end of that bracket. So let's look at some of the matchups real quick. I mean, Cosby Show against Moesha. I mean, that's like
Moesha was just put to the slaughter.
That's just like, what are you gonna do? I don't know who in reasonable range was gonna be able to deal with that.
That early too.
Yeah, you know. In Living Color blowing the game out like that.
I'm not surprised.
Was that a bad draw for the game?
That was a bad draw for the game.
Like, I feel like In Living Color might have been the Gonzaga of this joint. Like, they got slotted a little lower than the love for him.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Because, like, that's a big number. That's a 4 seed that just trumped. I mean, ran off with it. 4 or 5 is supposed to at least have a little bit of competition. Soul Train over What's Happening? In a battle of contemporaries at that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised at that one. You know, What's Happening was a classic show as well, but they were only on 3 seasons.
Yeah, well, I mean,
until a rerun wanted more money.
And then final bracket in that one, Different World versus Amen.
Yeah, it makes sense. Different World changed the way we look at black colleges.
And there's that picture of Lisa Bonet from 1987 in there too. All right, so let's stick with the first round. We'll just stick with the first round before we go and preview what's up for people to vote next.
Right.
The number 1 seed in the next bracket, the Jeffersons versus the Bernie Mac Show. The Jeffersons won 36-16.
I'm surprised that many people voted for Bernie Mac Show.
I knew Bernie Mac Show was loved though,
but it's the Jeffersons. Jeffersons on 10 seasons.
I mean, hey.
He called white people hunky on TV. On CBS.
And he got the defiant look in his eyes.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
Like, I'll call you a hunky too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Try me.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I was kind of like, all right, Bernie Mac Show. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? Get your numbers in.
Yeah.
Get your numbers in, you know. Next up, 4-5 seed, Def Comedy Jam versus Rock. Now, this is one that I was expecting to see be a little bit of a brawl.
Yeah, I did. I think a lot of people misremember how good Rock was.
I mean, I think also Def Comedy Jam
was underseeded.
I mean, in a way, but yeah. I mean, you know, maybe it was meant to be, you know, more of a 3 seed than a 4 seed. But yeah. Def Comedy Jam won 39 votes, 13.
Yeah,
big number for Def Comedy Jam. Next up, Chappelle Show versus Everybody Hates Chris in a 3-6 matchup. Chappelle Show 37-15. Chappelle Show is like the seminal comedy for this era, though, man.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the Chappelle Show can mix stuff up.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be the one that could be a bracket buster. I do. If you want to put some money on the underdog eventually, Chappelle Show might be it. Next, 2 versus 7 seed, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air versus the Boondocks. 39-14 win for Will Smith and the crew.
I'm surprised it wasn't more.
Me too.
I'm surprised it wasn't more.
Real talk, me too. I thought that Fresh Prince was like damn near almost like a force to be a number 2 seed.
Yeah.
That could have been a number 1. So I don't know. We'll get back to the next round too. Number 1 seed in the next bracket, Martin versus Insecure.
I disagree with this Insecure being an attorney. But.
In another matchup that I was like, damn, okay. 44-8 victory for Martin.
Should have been a sweep.
Insecure was a good show, man.
Should have been. Ain't fucking with no Martin. Dude.
It went over why it's important.
I know, but it's not fuck. It was some other shows that should have been in here because people have been emailing, how the fuck Insecure get on there? I was like, it's a bracket, man. And we got.
Where them emails? You ain't share them emails with me.
Yeah, you don't want those.
Yeah. I don't think them people exist.
They do exist.
I don't think they a real thing.
They do exist.
I think them people in your house and maybe at your barbecue on Labor Day when you talking. I think that's exactly what they were. Yo, next 4-5 seed though. Down there, shook it up. First underdog win. Atlanta takes down Living Single. 27-6. 27-26.
I actually see that though.
Oh, I like Atlanta more.
Yeah, I mean, Living Single was great for its time, but Atlanta has changed the way we look at how black comedies can be.
Dog, it's unlike any other comedy I've ever seen TV, period.
Yeah, Living Single was built in this classic mode of a black comedy at the time.
Living Single was like Friends for black people.
Yeah, it was before Friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it stands in that little place in like time for like us. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, but like Atlanta, I didn't see Atlanta. Maybe because it's happening like right now in front of me, but I didn't know people had that love for Atlanta to put it over a classic.
Dude, like, I don't like... And I know sometimes people have, and it's a weird thing, some people have nostalgia versus victims of the moment. Mm-hmm. But I don't know that many Living Single episodes that people just quote.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah,
I guarantee you talk to somebody at Atlanta, they'll run off 3 or 4 episodes.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Atlanta is more of a show that stands and has, like, big moments.
Yeah.
Than anything else. Next up, Family Matters versus 227.
I'm not surprised at this one.
39-13.
I voted for 227 though, but I understand Family Matters won. It was on longer. You had the Urkel thing. Yeah. You know, that was a phenomenon, man.
2 versus 7 seed, Sanford and Son versus Flip Wilson Show. 49-3 for Sanford and Son.
Yeah.
And that's it should. As it should.
Flip Wilson shouldn't have been here though.
Yeah, he should. He should. It's before people's time. People don't know about it.
No. I'm saying we could have put in a lot of the seminal comedies.
I don't think anyone would have stood up to Sanford and Son.
No, not at all. We put it to the slaughter.
That's why you got to put. That's why you got to put the represent votes in there. You never know what's going to happen. Sometimes it's going to happen. Now here's another one. Another number 1 seed that won thoroughly but didn't win as dominantly as
you would thought.
The Wire over the Wayans brothers, 37-14. Now, do we have a problem with this being people haven't watched all of The Wire? Because there still is a shocking amount of people that haven't watched all The Wire.
That is true. And Wayans brothers come on super repeats all the time on MTV.
And people was watching it when they was teenagers and all that.
When they had shit to do with just watch TV.
Right. Like, I feel like The Wire...
And it was on premium cable.
Yeah.
You gotta think.
Wire, like,
everybody
now people even gotta... It ain't even like you can just get your little rinky-dink cable package. You gotta try to watch that.
Yeah.
And now it's a show you gotta go back and watch. So you can watch it.
And it's not on Netflix. You can just go pop on real quick.
I think The Wire is gonna get stronger as it goes on, though.
Oh, yeah.
I think it'll pick up steam stronger as it goes on. Up next.
This one's gonna be a hard one. Next one for the Wire, though. I think this is gonna be... The Wire's gonna take... This is gonna be hard, man.
Up next, we had another upset, another 4-5 upset. The Arsenio Hall Show destroyed Girlfriends, 41-11.
Not surprised.
We was going hard for Girlfriends to be included.
No. I think Girlfriends was seeded against Arsenio Hall. That was a bad matchup.
I think Girlfriends might should have been a lower seed.
They could have been.
I think they should have been a lower seed with this kind of showing. I think we might have overestimated that.
He said with this kind of showing.
This kind of showing, they look more like they should have, like they was a 4 seed.
They should have flip flop with Rock.
There was a 4 seed that won the Big Sky Conference.
It was 31-1.
Mm-hmm.
They should have flip flop maybe with Rock. You think? Rock was a 6. They were a 4.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if Rock was double undefeated. Rock might should have been a 5. I don't know. Well, either way.
Or move up. Arsenio Hall should have been a 4, maybe.
Well, so next thing we got here, another upset. Different Strokes versus Blackish. Blackish got the win.
Yeah.
30-22 in a 3-6. As a 6 seed, Blackish rolled up.
And the reason I say I can see that is because I love Different Strokes, but it had all the trappings of white savior shit, and Blackish is purely blackness in its whole way, and they embrace blackness heavy.
Mm-hmm. It's another contemporary look at blackness.
It's the same thing ATL.
It's an aspirational show.
And it's like Atlanta. It's basically Atlanta adjacent.
Yeah. And some people, move up. So next, Good Times, 42-10 over Scandal.
That's I can't believe that 10 people voted for Scandal. Over Good Times?
Scandal was fucking loved. Yeah.
Over Good Times?
Yes.
Man, listen.
You don't understand how hard black women stick together yet, do you? You still are having a hard time comprehending this.
I'm the one that put Girlfriends in the bracket.
I'm the one that put Scandal in it. And Girlfriends and Scandal got their hair buzzed. So now what?
I was surprised. Fuck around and lose the Blackish in the next round. These millennial motherfuckers. I don't know.
Might could have. All right, so into the next round now.
Sweet 16.
So, Sweet 16, round 2. Mm-hmm. We got Cosby Show versus Living Color. That's a tough draw for a Living Color.
And it's gonna depend. And this is where it comes in, where you lose your star player coming into the next round, Bill Cosby. This is where we're gonna see how much hate people have for Bill.
Yeah. Oh, this is their
star player.
This is where we're gonna find out whether it's about the show or whether it's about. But I tell you what, the comments I got so far is people still going for the show. Like,
people can split the difference between Bill Cosby and Heath Hustle.
I think so. But in Living Color, man, this is gonna be interesting. This is what I'm looking forward to. Because in Living Color, hey man, that's the black variety show. That's the black variety show. After that, another one. Soul Train versus A Different World.
I was previewing the bracket earlier, man. Like,
are we giving our votes away for the next round?
Do we, or should we? We don't want to. I mean, part of me don't want to because we can influence people.
Okay.
We kind of like,
okay. That's fine.
People get it from our feelings, kind of how we
Soul
talk.
Train versus Different World. I'll talk about it after I voted. Who I voted?
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one. Yeah. That's gonna be a good one. Hey, I smell an upset here. I'm going out on a limb.
Do you think the Soul Train can pull the upset?
No.
What's the next up?
Moving on.
The next one.
The Jeffersons versus Def Comedy Jam.
Oh man, if y'all don't let
this is about to be Yo Zoe's hot down moment right here.
I love the Jeffersons,
dog. You know how hard of a year I had with Zoe Saldana last year? I'm still convinced that because people voted her out the bracket, she got thrown off that cliff by Thanos.
that was totally associated with it. Like,
now we don't know what the hell gonna happen. matchup of the second round is next though. Chappelle Show versus Fresh Prince.
That's gonna be a rough one too. That's gonna be a rough one, man.
Matchup of the round. That might be the matchup of the tournament.
No, I think I think the next one coming up maybe.
Dog, I don't know. The Chappelle Show versus Fresh Prince is gonna be.
But no. I'm talking about this next one is gonna be basically the best black comedy of the '90s versus the best contemporary black comedy.
Martin versus Atlanta. I think Atlanta gonna get slaughtered. People love Martin.
I know. But I'm saying, but you're putting up the best black contemporary comedy versus the best comedy of the '90s.
Yeah, for sure. But like, I'm just like, man, Martin's my favorite to win it all. I'm just gonna. No. Martin's my favorite to win it all.
But this Atlanta,
now, it ain't my choice.
Yeah.
But I just think that Martin is beloved more in the community.
And Atlanta's gonna be a rough round for him though. They're gonna have a little.
That's gonna be the gauntlet. Yeah. Everybody's got to go through something to get there. It's definitely gonna happen that way.
Like I think Sanford and Son has an easier route.
Yeah, I do too. Sanford and Son versus Family Matters next. Now, but also at that point though too, you're gonna get to some era voting too. You know what I'm saying? Like you got some people back in the day that's gonna look at Sanford and Son, but you got people that's more recent that might lean towards Family Matters just because they're more familiar with it. But I implore you to go watch some Sanford and Son. It ain't hard to find.
Yeah.
Or watch some Sanford and Sons.
Yes.
Fred Sanford is one of the top 20 greatest TV characters of all time.
Ever, man.
As a character, who you got? You got gun to your head. Who you taking? Fred Sanford or George Jefferson?
George Jefferson.
Okay. That's because he calls him. Oh, well. Fred Sanford was just as as hard as
it was the fact that George Jefferson owned all the cleaners and he was a nigga in the penthouse.
But we are pretty sure that George Jefferson was a Republican, though.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. Which proves again.
But no, he wasn't though because he wouldn't vote for. He didn't remember. He said fuck a trick. He said I ain't vote for no tricky dicky. He said Nixon. So he never a Republican by persona, but he wasn't voting for no tricky dicky, as he said.
Next up, The Wire versus the Arsenio Hall Show. I think you're gonna see the real Wire fans come through.
I think I'm gonna have to come through on this one, man.
I think you're gonna really see the real Wire fans come through now. That'll be interesting to see how that goes. But I don't know. I don't know.
I can see the upset happening. I can see the Arsenio Hall.
Arsenio Hall came out with a big first round. That was
that
gives me an idea about the support that shows get. But you know what I've seen here in this though is that I don't think as many people was watching UPN as we felt like they was because UPN shows been getting murdered.
UPN shows can't make out the first round.
Hey, this next one is an interesting one though too, because we get the black family from two different areas and two different veins.
Yeah, and two different economic brackets too.
Exactly. You get where we was trying to get to. And where we came from.
in one bracket.
You got Lawrence Fishburne, the family he came from, to the family that he ended up having here. You got Blackish versus Good Times. This could get interesting.
Yeah.
That could get interesting. So I don't know. We're going to see. But as you know, man, the coming up, that'll be coming out on tomorrow, Friday.
Yeah, as soon as it shows up, just go on the link in the notes. Or go to bracketfy.com, put in Dopest Black TV show all the time. It'll pop right up.
Absolutely.
And it's right there for you. Vote. Do your thing with it. And we will be back, recapping again next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Have a few people join us. Put a little seasoning in it as we get down to the Elite Eight. Before we get out of here though, man. Hey, rest in peace.
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds got out of here.
Man, Deliverance. Have you ever seen Deliverance?
Oh, yeah. Deliverance, one of the crazy movies all the time.
Craziest movies, man. I implore you to see Deliverance if you haven't, people. I know a lot of people haven't seen it. Smoking Abandoned, Boogie Nights. Boogie Nights really rejuvenated his career too, though. Because I remember from reading about it, Paul W.S. Anderson really begged Burt Reynolds to be in it. He was like, I ain't fucking with acting right now. Ain't nobody fucking with me right now. And he was like, what is this going to be? Like, it's going to be a drama role. He's like, fuck it, I'm going to do it. And that rejuvenated Burt Reynolds' career from being in Boogie Nights.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Rejuvenated his career.
Yeah, so I mean, he's, I got love, man. I got love for, for what dude did. Dude, he's one of them guys. It's just like, for the longest, I got him and Tom Selleck mixed up.
The Magnum P.
Yeah, I was like, oh, this dude and everything. But hey, Burt Reynolds was doing it, man. Burt Reynolds is like one of them mavericks. We're hearing a lot about that. We lost a couple of mavericks the last couple of weeks. John McCain passed since we did the show last, didn't we? Yeah, man. R.I.P. John McCain. John McCain is the type of Republican that I could deal with, because I knew it was about the greater good as opposed to being right. Even
though he brought us Sarah Palin.
Yeah, but I mean, I think that he was doing that as part of party responsibility as opposed to anything else. I think that my dad made a good point about John McCain. We got to get him on the show here.
Yeah, we got to took up some.
We might have him on to talk about the TV shows. He gonna go off because he's also still mad about how the Dopest Women brackets turned out too.
Oh, he didn't. What was his contention?
We'll leave it for him. He'll make it very clear.
Pam Grier getting knocked out?
No. Not about her, but he'll make it clear. But also saying that he was like who did he say that John McCain was like? He said he played during the Jordan era. He said he just couldn't get over the. He
couldn't get past. He was the Utah Jazz and couldn't get past.
Yep.
Or the New York Knicks.
Or Dominique Wilkins or like whoever it is. Patrick Ewing, just anybody. He just couldn't get over because of the era he played in.
Yeah, because he lost out. He lost to a lot of people. He was the stepping stone for a lot of people on their presidential runs.
Yeah, right. It'd be good to have him about 20 years younger right now. Available. But yeah, shout out to Burt Reynolds, shout out to John McCain. And again, man, shout out to Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Shout out to Colin.
Man, shout out to Colin, man. Thank y'all for listening. Emails is always straightolc@gmail.com. Straight OLC on Twitter, straight a lot of Lowcast fan page.
And shout out to Bobby Brown.
Shout out to Bobby Brown.
And dude that played him. Who's dude named to play Bobby?
Woody McClain.
Yeah. Great job.
Great job, man.
Great job.
And I forgot the sister that played Whitney. She's also in Luke Cage season 2.
Yeah.
She plays Nightshade in there. In that looks like she's gonna be antagonist in season 3 of Luke Cage as well. She's a dope actress, man. You killed it, sweetheart. Like, you killed it as Whitney. Like, she got the mannerisms and like the little things little ticks and stuff she would do. Like when they were in the store. Apart from being Bobby Brown, because I watched that series. And when they went to the store and she was dancing, that was just how she was acting.
Yeah.
Like, she got it. She studied the shit. But man, shout out to everybody for listening. As always, we will see y'all soon. Peace.